Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Bitcoin update today, and there's something that I want to show you regarding Bitcoin in here that is super important, and it's a micro detail of what is going on with Bitcoin. So when you open up a chart and you look at the 15 minutes time frame and the 5 minutes time frame, you do not really get to understand how random this really is. But I actually figured out that whatever Bitcoin is doing, at least for now, there is a very big answer to that, and let's talk about this very answer. Now, first of all, is you may actually think that Bitcoin is making an ascending triangle, and you might want to wait for Bitcoin to come down, retest the ascending triangle, and then try to move to the upside, right? That's the normal thing that can happen. But what if Bitcoin just drops down from here, and this was never an ascending triangle. It was never an ascending. It does look like it, but it's actually never there, and this is confusing, right? And this is why I'm gonna give you the details. Like, this is just my own personal finding. I don't really think anyone else has very same comment as I am about to tell you. But the thing is, perhaps this was never an ascending triangle. And let me talk about the reason of why this may not be ascending triangle. But the place that Bitcoin is in right now is a very big resistance, even though you don't really see that resistance. But this is a very big place for Bitcoin, which can cause Bitcoin to actually go all the way down again from here. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. I'm going to give you the logic why. Now, first of all, for this one, I have to go to the side and explain some few things in here. I'm going to take the brush. So when you have a channel, right, you always have a channel and you always have the middle of the channel. Now, for example, it's a good idea to short a coin at the top of the channel, and it's a good idea to buy at the bottom, and it continues all the way like this, like this, like this, like that, right? Now, during this time, you must have a middle of the channel which looks like a dashed line like this, right? Now, even in the middle, you can trade. You can buy something in the middle of the channel expecting it to go up. You can sell something in the middle of the channel expecting it to go down, right? So the middle of the channel is like a hidden resistance and a hidden support. Now, with that being said, let's go back, and with this very simple logic, I'm going to actually give you proof of how Bitcoin has created the channel and whatnot. So let me see if I can get a parallel channel. If I do get a parallel channel, this is gonna be really better. Just bear with me here. Okay, so we don't have that in there. Parallel channel, where are you when we need you? It's still not there. Stupid parallel channel. Man, this thing, I think it was somewhere here, but I'm not finding it. I wish TradingView had an option to kind of like search for the things that you need. Alright, this is my last try. I don't really find it, man. I don't find. Okay, maybe here. Yeah, got it. Alright, got it. So I'm gonna drop the upper resistance like this. Do you remember channel has an upper resistance and a lower support? So we can drag this a little bit to the side and try to modify the channel as so. So basically, this is how the channel looks like, and it makes sense. It's not random. It is not random. The answer is actually pretty much there. So you got the touch in there, the touch in here, you have another touch right in there, you have one resistance, you got another resistance in here, and right now Bitcoin is pretty much on the very middle of that particular channel right now, and this is the place where Bitcoin loves to drop from. So I'm just going to hide the channel one more time and remove it so that I can show you with like manual drawings in here. So we're going to take upper resistance, and then we're going to take the lower support right over here, and Bitcoin right in here has a hidden support and resistance as I showed you, and that is this one right over here. So if we go back in time and we talk about Bitcoin right now, then this is how it looks like. I'm just gonna like zoom out of here. Okay, and zoom in again. Man, I don't know, let's take this and let's go back in time. All right, so look at this place. This is where like the very same price Bitcoin is in right now. This was 106,642, and when you touched it, right, this was the middle of the channel. Bitcoin dropped down, and then you pumped up, and just at that point Bitcoin dropped down until you didn't break it and you flipped bullish, right? So that resistance was broken, the middle of the channel was broken, and then Bitcoin went up, right? That is one thing. Okay, let's move on. So the very same resistance now was acting as support. So this is one support, this is another support, this is another support, and another support, and it is pretty much, if I actually draw the line, you can see it's pretty much like this, just like that. And then it actually acted as another support, the middle of the channel, right? Until we didn't see another move done. And we can learn from history when Bitcoin did something where it just kind of like pushed down and pumped from the middle and then dropped down right at that particular price level that it is right now, which is 106,600. So this move, right, the fact that you made a move like this where you came down, you pumped up in the middle, was also pretty much the same place you pumped up again. You went down and you pumped from 102, you went down and you pumped from 103 almost, and then you went up here, and then you're coming up again to that very same price, which is actually a hidden resistance. Do you see that? And by the time, if you don't really flip this place, you're going to go down again, and that means you're going to go down to maybe 99k. Or if you flip it, then you have a good chance to move up to 109,362. Now, final take is that this is not a very strong area to trade, honestly, because at the end of the day, it's the middle place, right? It's a like 50-50 area where it could do this or just drop from here as well. But the thing is, the best place is still to like short from this top resistance, or you can actually long from that bottom support, right? Until you don't put like stop losses and they get taken out, and then it becomes a whole different scenario. So it's a little bit of a long video, but I think I just wanted to offer an explanation regarding Bitcoin. And by the way, now you have actually made like some doji, reversal doji right over here. I've made a reversal doji, and if we go all the way down to maybe 5 minutes time frame, I think we are like creating some divergences on the 5 minutes. If you check the RSI, it's actually going down right now. So that's one big hint that Bitcoin actually might just start to go to the downside, because yes, lower time frames are not that important, but still they have some importance because they give you a little bit of a hint that on what can happen on higher time frames. So for me, I really see a pattern on the 5 minutes, and that is one big hint: Bitcoin is going to reverse. You can see this, and you can see something like that as well. And this is a little bit of a break of the channel, a little bit of a very small retest. Do you see that wick retest right over here? And then from there you can actually drop down to maybe 106,100, and from there you can just continue on and on and on and go all the way down to that 99k price target. Unless, again, the way you can flip bullish is maybe if you take 106,800. If you come up here, then you can actually expect Bitcoin to move up to that resistance of maybe 109k. So it is a very, very detailed video today, and I've gone from higher time frame to lower time frame to teach you a little bit more about the channels. So trade, you can create a strategy from this video, right? You can wait for main support, main resistance, or just take a trade in the middle. That is all up to you. And that's all for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Love, peace.